What's going on, y'all? Today, I'm going to help you get started within Davinci Resolve with a free project template download that you can access when you join my online community, the 10K Film Club, which is a community built for filmmakers by filmmakers, at the link in my description. And it's also free to join. So go ahead and join, grab that template, and let's get to it. This is what you'll see when you open the project template. If you're not familiar with Davinci Resolve, I encourage you to take some time to jump around and see how things work. This video will be strictly for navigating the project template. So let's go on the left hand side right here. We'll start over here where we have the folders. Every Davinci Resolve project has a master folder, and I created a few folders within this master folder to help you organize everything. So we'll just go down the line. First, we have footage, and this is obviously where your footage will go. Boom. So we have our first clip in here. You can scrub through just to see how it moves and everything like that. If you really want to get funky, you can add some more folders within here. So you want to name one B-roll. If you're filming an event, say you want to add, camera A, camera B, whatever it may be. You can really get in and customize that however you want to. And as you see, when you add folders within a folder, you get like a little drop down thing right here. So boom, that's the B-roll folder, camera A, camera B. If you put some footage into one of the folders, all you gotta do is go into that folder, boom, and it's right there. But for this sake, we'll keep things clean, and I'll go ahead and delete these folders, but you can do that if you need to. Boom, next folder we have is a timelines folder. So as you can see, just like the footage folder where I created other folders within that folder, there are some folders within this timeline folder. So the reason I don't have just a regular timelines folder is because when you're editing and you start getting all these timelines, you need to have them organized because before you know it, you may end up with like 12, 15, 20 different timelines. So I have it broken down into compound clips. So compound clips are when you want to compound multiple clips and audio clips and stuff into one clip. So I have a separate folder for that. So now we'll go into the next folder, which is landscape. Landscape is horizontal delivery, 16:9, or there's a bunch of different aspect ratios, but horizontal. And here we have two different timelines. One is an assembly timeline. Say you have a bunch of clips that you shot for the day and you want to just go through and pick the best parts out of each clip. You'll double click the clip, bring it in, set your in point, set your out point, and that's the part of the clip you want to use. You don't want anything outside of here, so you just bring that in here. So this is where you're going to assemble your first edit. You don't have to worry about getting too crazy deep into the edits right here. This is just bringing in the best parts of each clip that you shot. So once you have your assembly cut together, then you're jumping into your first pass or your edit. So once you have your assembly cut, then it's time to go to the first pass of the video. The reason this is a completely different timeline is because you never want to go into your assembly cut and start making your first pass edits. What you want to do is take everything you put in here, copy it, and put it into a new timeline. And now you can actually start getting into the deeper cuts and the finer edits on this. So next we have the vertical timeline folder. And this is the same thing, an assembly and a pass one folder, except it's in vertical, if you need to deliver something vertically. Next, we have the assets folder. So assets are all your stuff outside of your footage that you'll need to add to your edit. And within this folder, I have a music folder, video folder. I usually use a video folder for like stock footage or other video clips that I didn't necessarily shoot or film myself. Sound effects folder, images, and audio. So the audio folder is for if you recorded sound separately and you wanted to bring it in. So that's the gist of the folder breakdown. Down here we have smart bins. Keywords is something that's always included in every project, as well as collections. I won't get into those, but we have one right here called clips of interest. So say you're scrolling through a bunch of different clips and you see something that you think is interesting that you may want to reference later. You can right click, go down to flags, and put the green flag on it. As you can see, clips of interest, I put in parentheses green because I labeled it for whatever clips you label with a green flag. And then good take is something, it may be specific to Blackmagic cameras. So if you're filming with a Blackmagic camera, you can go in after a take and you can label it as a good take. And all of those will automatically pop up in this folder. And there you have it. That is the DaVinci Resolve project template that you just downloaded. So feel free to have at it and go crazy.